Welcome to Logmatt Creative Circle. My name is Jeremy. Today we got Jake Harper, but you might know him as a different name. It was Sozin. Now it's Dimension Zero.
Yes,
welcome.
Yes. Thank you, Jeremy. Dimension Zero in the building. You already know.
Round of applause.
Yeah, I know what's going on. Happy to be back. It's been a long time, and I'm happy to, come and hang out.
Well, thank you for coming back.
Yeah.
So you've been dropping a lot of music lately. You've been having a lot of live streams.
Yep.
Is that something you've been more focused on besides any shows, or are you more worried about shows or dropping?
So right now I'm most worried about dropping music. If you make good music, and if you can make good music, the shows are going to come. It is important to tour around your sound and to, get your name out there. But if you can, the music at the end of the day is the product. And if you can make good music, all that other stuff will come. But that's, first and foremost, most important. Can't lose sight of that. And then about the live streams, I actually had I had an older laptop that I've had for about 10 years and finally just got a new one.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so this laptop that I had, it just couldn't handle me streaming. So I did a few streams and I really liked it a lot. But I did one stream and it was just crashing a bunch. And then, my music program or Ableton was crashing a lot. And so I just kind of swallowed that and decided, to go ahead and get a new laptop. And so now we're all good again. Live streams are coming back every Sunday. So
every Sunday, nice. Well, equipment is important. How long do those streams usually last?
Honestly, they can be between an hour or 2 hours.
Gotcha.
Just how much fun I'm having and how it's going and everything. I'll just usually get on about 8 o'clock or 8:30, and I always post like, what time I'm gonna do it for that week. But it's usually about 8 or 8:30, and then it'll go for about an hour or two, just playing music. Maybe I'll have some special guests on, or maybe it's just me. But there's some visuals and stuff, so it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, does that help the productivity of making music since you have a schedule? I'm going to stream and make music pretty much.
Not necessarily like the productivity of music. It's just something fun that I really like to do. And like streaming is just, I'm just DJing sets so that way people can go on YouTube or Twitch or whatever and get to like hang out and listen to music and see me play a set. But just hang out and listen to some good music. And but where I really get the most, production in is just those times I'm just working in the studio most of the day, just by myself, just grinding at different songs and everything. So,
whenever you're doing your sets, is it more of like your music or is it club type of vibe? Or
whenever I'm doing the sets for the live streams, it's always it's like a bunch of different kinds of music. Usually dance music, or it'll be some kind of bass music, EDM usually. But I mix all kinds of stuff in there. But it is a good place for me to throw in new music.
Perfect.
So like my new stuff and like kind of like test that stuff out. But yeah.
Tell them where you stream at. You stream at YouTube, right?
Yeah. YouTube and Twitch. So y'all can catch me over there. YouTube and Twitch for right now. And I'm trying to figure out how to get. I want to get everything going because I want to get it going through TikTok, but my TikTok isn't big enough right now to be able to do that. So it'll definitely be up everywhere, but I'm excited about it. Mainly just YouTube and Twitch though right now.
Not like Kick or anything, or
no, not Kick. No.
Hey, that's new. I've been seeing it everywhere.
The streaming on Kick.
Yeah, I've been seeing it.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that.
Oh yeah.
I want to do it there on both of those, and then I want to also convert it to the TikTok and the Instagram streams if I'm able to get that done. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I think Aiden Ross and a couple other streamers, they get like probably 100,000 viewers per like live stream on Kick. So that's for sure something to look to. Yeah.
On Kick, that's wild. I used to Kick. back in the day, I feel like was like if you were using Kick, you were being a little dirty.
Oh, not like not KIK.
Oh,
it's
no?
KICK.
Oh,
It's a different. Yeah, it's different.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. It was those 7th grade days were not good for me.
Yeah, that's not good.
Not
that's,
good.
That's no
Facebook Messenger stuff.
Yeah, for real. Gonna see some weird stuff at the bottom. Yeah, you don't want to dig back into the Kick messages.
Imagine if you got all of those in front of you like a piece of paper, and it's just all of the transcripts.
Because a Christmas present from the FBI.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be with the AI. The AI is gonna email you your transcripts from Kick
in like 2060, and you're gonna get just convicted of every bad Instagram reel. Every scary thing that you've said over text,
imagine
arrested for life.
Imagine like any politician in the next 50 years.
Yeah,
just instantly. Yeah, you're done.
I mean, you're gonna have to be a robot.
At some point, you're gonna have to be like, yeah, I did it, and we just can't keep canceling people like that because you can't just walk on thin ice your whole life. People make mistakes, and that's how people grow, from making mistakes.
Yeah, this is very true. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
But I mean, but what do you have going on with you?
With me? Oh, just making music, man. As I said, after this, we're gonna go shoot some music videos.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that.
I pretty much just record as much as I can, and then I just try to grind videos. But right now, I'm trying to collect an album, and then drop one per, almost 2 albums a year.
Okay. Yep. 2 albums a year.
Yeah.
See, that's a lot. It's interesting to hear that because like right now what I'm trying to do is basically like 2 songs a month, which is a little lofty. Like it's like that'll be, 24 songs in the year, but I'm trying to hit, about 20 songs this year, or hopefully more if I can put some, EPs together and stuff like that. And then I want to, any of the like really good ones, I want to kind of save and tuck away and put them in a little bag. And then at the beginning of 2025, or right around the beginning of 2025, drop my first full-length album, or maybe wait another year and then do a full-length album at the beginning of 2026. Nice. But just for at least this year and possibly next year, just like try to just be pumping out songs, just like 2 songs a month, and EPs, collabs, and try to just get a bunch of music out there. And then the first album, I want it to just be all the bangers that you've like kind of like tucked away to the side for something special, for that period of time. But two albums in the year. Are you going to be releasing like singles, like kind of in between, like from each album, or just other stuff on the outside?
So how we do it pretty much is I'll record a song, we'll make a video for it, then we'll release the video. But on my Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, I won't release the song, and I'll wait till I have about 12 songs, 10 songs, and then I'll put the best songs on the album, pretty much, like 10 songs.
Okay, I got you. And yeah, that's another thing, like the music videos, like I have ideas for music videos, like for my music, but it would be more like a video game, like it would be like visuals and a lot of like just visual artist stuff that they create, like a video game in like space, and like some,
you need
like,
a lot of
stories.
CGI.
Yeah, for sure, or just good, good like animated artists that can do that kind of thing and create a story and a video out of the song. Would love to do something like that. And it also like helps your brand, having the videos and being invested in a story that, goes along with all the songs that you're releasing, I think.
Yeah, that just goes to show also, like, we both make music, but it's also like really different. So like me and Teyo could go record a music video, like just walking around downtown or something like that, but because it's just bars, rapping and everything.
Right,
but
right.
The EDM, I see a lot more of just like Ready Player One type of vibe when it comes to the music videos. Like I've been watching a lot of Grimes recently, a lot of just that futuristic vibe.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. The Ready Player One. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Like it's just I want it to be, at least for my brand, to be more just like this futuristic kind of crazy electric feeling. But it's cool watching your videos and watching how Teyo edits them together.
Oh, he kills it.
And he wrecks that. He's very good with the videos. So yeah, I'm excited to see the other ones. And hopefully I can come with you guys tonight. That would be nice.
I would love for you to.
Yeah.
So talking about just rapping and stuff, you used to rap.
Yeah.
And it's been a while. Yep. And I know we have a couple songs that are hidden away in the laptop somewhere.
We do.
So we
just might.
Oh, we just might. Hey, one could be on the album.
Yeah.
But with the album comes the music video.
Right.
So you would have to be music video. You'd have to be ready.
Right.
To just drop those bars.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes down to it, I can drop the bars on everybody. But no, I just haven't been doing that for a long time. Because I've just been so focused on this kind of music that this is what I want to do. And, I think that as an artist, it makes more sense as I get older that I just wanted to create in any way that I possibly could, I just wanted to like whatever music I was interested in, I was just making music that kind of emulated that or just kind of did my own thing. So whether that be rapping or singing or making beats or making like alternative type songs or, rock or like punky type songs and singing on them, I just wanted to create music. And so it took like a long time for me to get to the point of, oh, this is what I want to do, the producer side of it, where you can just make these really cool songs that are produced really well. And, there's bass music and electronic music and like how all of that, it's like you don't have to have like some mainstream sound. You can just make whatever you want as a producer because that's its own art form. And there's a market out there and people like that. And so that's what I always loved about producing is like just like going in as hard as I could on the beat. And there is a market for that, so it's really nice.
Something that you said stuck with me probably a couple of years ago. I remember you said, no matter what you do, there's going to be a market for it. So, like, if you rap or if you make music that's unorthodox or isn't what people are used to, there's going to be a small group of people that are going to fuck with it.
Yeah, most likely. Once you get your sound out there and you get your sound out to enough people, most times if you're just making, objectively decent music, there's people out there that are going to like it. And that's something that I had to get over too in like my creation of music, because I would just making songs all the time, but always worried about how people were going to receive them. And to make really good art, you can think about it afterward or whatever, but like when you're making the art, you just need to make exactly what you want to make and however you feel, and that's the way you're expressing yourself,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Early in my when I would make music early, like 14 or not even 14, what were we, like 15 Mateo? Yeah. 15, 16. It felt it felt really like you would hear it would sound really forced.
Yeah.
But when you just make your sound and you get more comfortable and try not to follow other people and just create your own sound, it just seems better.
Yeah, 100%. Like when I listen to the songs that I used to make, the rapping and the singing, I'm like, oh, and it's like some of them are like cringe, but some of them are pretty good songs.
Yes.
And I'm like, yo, this is some good music, but it's just not where my heart's at, and it's not what I want to make. But it's me being a teenager, like figuring out like, oh, I like to make music, but what do I like to make? And then just making all different kinds of music, and eventually getting to the point where, because little backstory, like I used to always when I would make rap beats, at the end I would switch up the beat and like go crazy on the drums or make a new bass line, or like just, kind of like juice up the beat just to kind of put my own like production, like spin on it, to just make it sound like really cool and juiced up, pumped up. And then I realized like, wait, there's a group of people that it's like, there's producers that make music and people go just to see the producer that made the song, and they're these DJs and they're playing their music out for people. And, so that just kind of changed my whole perspective on it. And I was like, oh, so I can just make this music and I don't have to try to fit into rap, or I don't have to fit into whatever. I can just make what I really, really like, which is just the electronic. I love sound design, and I love bass music as a whole. So, and dance music. It's just there's so many subgenres, and it's very fun, and but it can also be very relaxing. So,
Yeah. Whenever I rap, it's morely on a hard beat, but I could see down the future I would want to rap on like an EDM type beat. That would be really cool.
It would be really fun, and in a way, it's not like the rapping on a electronic song may not be, it'll be good lyrics and stuff, but whereas a rap song, the vocalist, that's the main focus and what they're saying, and the beat is supporting them. Whereas if you were to rap on an electronic song, it's you're just kind of pumping up the beat. Your vocals are there to kind of support the beat a little bit and like add some flavor and add some attitude and personality to the song. And then it goes into the drop, which is the main star of the show, is going to be the producer and what that drop is. So, yeah, it gets me excited.
I love talking about music. I could just talk about it for hours.
Yes, yeah, me too. Oh, man.
So, when was the last time you've put on a set? You had a show recently, right?
Yeah. So, I had a set on Monday, and it is Saturday right now.
Gotcha. Do you do sets often, or is it just out of the blue? Or
no? So usually not as out of the blue. It'll be like at least a month in advance to somebody booking. So this was at a place called Fiction, and they do bass nights on Mondays. And the crowd out there is getting really nice. It's because there's always been a bass night community in Orlando for a few years now, like 6 or 7 years or something now. And it has moved around to different places, but there's people out there that, always want to come out Monday nights for bass music. And so now it's at Fiction, and I got to play a set there, and I played last, and it was really, really good. It was so much fun, and everybody was having a good time, and they're starting to like pack that place out now. And so I love being over there. So that was my most recent set, and then I play again. I play again on the 21st, and then I also play again March 1st. So really excited. I play with Shamrock Entertainment. It's this place. I'll be posting the flyer about it, but yeah, pretty excited. Two shows there coming up soon. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Get to play out some new music. Yeah,
that's dope. The more the better, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
How long do those usually last when you get there?
The sets are usually an hour or 45 minutes. Like right now, a lot of the stuff that I'll play will just be there are more DJs on the lineup. There might be like 6 DJs for a few hours. So I'll do like 45 minutes or an hour if you're like the main DJ, or if you play earlier. So yeah, usually about 45 minutes to an hour. And I try to play as much original music as I can, so that way when people come and see me, they hear my sound and they're interested, and like, what were those songs you were playing, and they can come find me. So there it is again, like the music's just most important. Yeah. And
before I forget to ask, I even mentioned it earlier how you changed your name from Sozin. Yep. Now it's Dimension Zero. Yep. What made you want to have that change?
So, and this has happened before in my music career, and I know that I'm settled on this. I know that it wouldn't happen again, but it's just part of how it goes, and I was okay with doing it. But background to that is, because I was rapping before and singing, and then decided to do something else and came up with this brand for my electronic music. So Sozin had come from this idea of like the heavy music I wanted to make with some of the branding and dragons and fire and everything. And I was really feeling that, and the more music that I made and just the more life I experienced, the more I just was playing shows even under that name and everything, I just slowly started to feel like it didn't fully represent who I was as an artist. And so I kind of stopped doing shows as Sozin and was just making a bunch of music, and kind of cleaned that slate and just kept making music, and took a long time to keep thinking about my brand. and because I've always known and how I want it to feel and how the message I want to convey, but I didn't know how to brand it really. So it took a long time to come up with Dimension Zero and put a lot of deep thought into it. Just all the visions that I had for it, and Dimension Zero really encompasses everything. Dimension Zero is, a space that you can exist in inside of this music that I'm making, and it sounds a certain way, and it has the entirety of human existence in it, and it's I have so many ideas for it, and it makes me really happy to have it kind of figured out.
I'm excited to see where that goes for real.
Thank you. Me too. And this glass piece, this is also like a Dimension Zero piece right here. This is
I fuck with it.
Yeah, this is a piece of glass that got blown in Tennessee in the caverns, and so this is something I wear all the time, and it just it kind of captivates the brand of Dimension Zero and the purple, and just the overall feeling of it. So I'm excited to keep pushing stuff out to really fully get it all out there. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Do you wear it when you perform?
I have before, and I definitely can, but it's the glass, and sometimes I don't want it to be swinging around because I do get a little crazy and wild performing, and I don't want it to smack me in the face or something like that. And so I'll probably wear it some more, but if it gets, if it's banging around, then I'll take it off. But yeah, I'm excited to play more shows, and I know that you've been performing some too.
I would love to perform some more.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I was nervous for the first time, but once I got the taste of it, I just wanted to keep performing. And especially, I hear what you're saying, like you want to perform your own music.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a lot of people, they'll do like covers, they'll go out and like rap covers or sing covers.
Yeah.
But I just love performing my own music.
Yeah, absolutely. And whenever you're performing, are you nervous kind of the whole time, or does it go away as soon as you get up there? Because I feel like there's kind of two camps on that. I feel like maybe you'll get up there and still be really nervous, but sometimes it just goes straight away.
With my music, there's no like room for being nervous because it's just full confidence.
Yeah.
So it goes from 0 to 100. Right when I hit the stage, it's full tunnel vision pretty much.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So you have no room to be nervous or anything because either way you're up there. So you're either going to do good or bad, and you need to go 100. So.
Yeah, I got you.
Of course, before you're going to have butterflies and you'll be nervous. Oh, maybe I'll forget the lyrics. But once you get up there, it's a different world for sure.
It definitely is. And there's something about riding on that just kind of adrenaline of being up there like, oh, shit, this is actually starting. And we're going ahead and we're doing this thing and I'm playing the music and you're just fully in it and there's no stopping. And but usually once you get that first song in, like for me, you make that first transition and you're just so excited to be there, and most of the nerves are going away, but you're just so locked in, very, very amped up. So it does take a lot out of you too, because mentally you're like, it's like you're at the end of a Fortnite game or something. Like you're just mentally racing.
You just want a victory royale.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, live performances, I mean, I'm excited to see where they go, and one thing I'm excited for about live performances is to be more involved in the actual production and with my shows, because my shows, I think it's going to be very important that the live production is on par with the music that I'm playing, so that there's a full story and a full thing going on, like a whole total environment,
like lights, visuals, smoke, and fire, flames. Oh yeah,
you gotta get people going, man. You gotta give people a good time. So yeah, I'm really, really excited for that part of it. So just want to keep getting bigger, so I can just keep giving bigger and better shows.
Would better shows just be festivals, or for EDM DJs or DJs, what is that end goal for shows?
I guess I wouldn't say there's even an end goal. There's just, you always want the shows to be bigger, but there's also quality control. You want them to be bigger, but you also want everyone to be having the best time possible. And I think that there's a few ends, or, you know, a few places. There's like, you know, if you get a big festival, you know, slot, that's, you know, that's great. But also a festival of your own, which is a whole other level, like, you know, where Excision is at, and then playing at that festival that's yours, that you're, you know, totally tailored to you when you're performing. But then there's also just the curated sets where, you know, say you do a show in an arena or a venue for 1 or 2 nights, and the venue is totally curated to your taste and liking for the production, and, you know, you plan out everything, and that kind of show would be really good, because then you know exactly what's coming and you have full control over everything that's going to go down, and the kind of the show that you're going to give people. Yeah,
that's dope. Because as a rapper, I see myself like, oh, I want to sell out arenas, and I know there's a whole bunch of DJs that are big enough to sell out arenas, like Skrillex, as you mentioned, Excision, and I'm sure there's a ton more, but it's more rare, I guess.
Right.
Because when I see EDM DJs, they're always at festivals and all that stuff.
Definitely, it's more rare, and the biggest acts in EDM right now, you know, are able to sell out arenas, but it is still a less popular genre of music. Getting way, way more popular, though, every single day. It is getting way more trendy and everything, and so everything's looking up for electronic music right now.
So you think there's about to be like a big boom in it?
I think there's going to be a huge boom in electronic music. If not, you know, we're already in the middle of it, and it's only going to get bigger, because I don't think that that's going anywhere. I think that the festivals and the raving, I think that, you know, people enjoying this music is only going to increase, because the music's also getting better. You have really good artists, like Skrillex is back now and making music, and he's finding a bunch of good artists, and there's really big artists right now that are definitely not leaving, and they're pushing at the forefront of electronic music, making it as big as it can be. So it's only going to, I think, over the next 20 years, just keep just growing so much. Yeah.
That's so dope to hear. I'm just excited to see where it goes, because I remember as a kid just sitting in the back of a car hearing like Bang Rain by Skrillex for the first time and being like, what is this?
Yes.
Like, it's just something totally different.
Right.
And I just really fucked with it.
Yeah, and there's a whole like slouch kind of to EDM music after that time period, you know, because rap and everything was so big about 2016, and I feel like when Skrillex and had, you know, the earlier dubstep sound kind of started to die off, like, or just got, you know, a little less popular in 2011 and 12 and like 13, 14, 15 got a little less popular, and 16, 17, 18, then you see it start to make a comeback in like 2020, 2019, whatever, kind of around then. And you start to see into 2021, 22, 23, 24, like it just getting bigger and bigger. And now I think at least for the next 10 years, it's going to just be booming. All the festivals are going to get so much bigger, better artists. And you have so many smaller artists right now that are really blowing up. Like, people are craving for new artists to be on the scene, which is why you should holler at your boy.
Yeah, that's why you're here. Yeah, for sure. And a lot of the things I do see is that fans of festivals or DJs, they're really loyal.
Yes.
So it's not like they're just like listening to a couple of songs. They're like actually invested.
Yeah, for sure. Because that's what it's about too. It's not about being cool or anything. You know, maybe to some it is, but it's about the music and the people that truly care about it. It's all about the music at the end of the day, and the music that you love, and there's no judgment. And whatever you like, you know, that's what you can support, and that's the music you listen to. And it's a place where we can all get together and listen to the music that we all enjoy together. And it's not for clout or anything. It's like you're here because you want to listen to this and you want to see this artist, and you're with a bunch of other really cool people that are doing the same thing.
Well, yeah, as you said, anyone that makes music in any genre, whether it's rap, whether it's DJing, whether they're singing, if they're doing it for the wrong reasons, they're just going
Right.
to quit. So those type of artists will filter themselves out in a way.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of influencer DJs. I feel like right now, not to, everybody's got their own thing. Do whatever you want, however you want to do it. I would never, bash anybody for doing things the way they want to do it. But there definitely is a lot of influencer DJs that it's like, because in DJing, you can get pretty far without having your own music, or you can have a little bit of music. But if you like work on your brand really hard and get a lot of shows and, support slots and stuff like that. I mean, there are DJs that play festivals and like small slots that may not even have their own songs out, or maybe some, or even make their own music at all. It's a kind of a different world. But to really get to where, the higher tier of DJs, I mean, you have to be a true artist. And you have to, be making your own music, and that's really how you get booked for stuff, or else you'll stay at this certain tier where, you can't blame people because you're being a DJ and it's cool and you have sort of a fan base, but you need more of your own music.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do live in an era where even not just DJing, but in music in general, it's more influencer based. So you could blow up from posting your day-to-day videos on TikTok, and your music will blow up with it when people are coming for the influencer, not the music, but they're still blowing up for it.
Exactly. And we live in a culture right now where everything is so content-driven, attention-driven, short attention span driven, and what's just like the most exciting, bright, colorful thing right now immediately, which is why people like Tekashi 6ix9ine get famous, and like people like these people that are like identifying that, how to make a brand that people are gonna pay attention to. You don't even have to like it. You're gonna love it, hate it, whatever, but you're gonna pay attention to it because it's bright and colorful, and the person acts crazy, and they just are good at drawing attention and keeping eyes on them. That's the culture we live in right now, is because you're swiping on a screen. So what's the craziest thing that's going to keep your attention, So we're losing a little bit of like true artistry, but not to say that it's not going to come back. I mean, it'll always be around, and, people will always find true talent.
Well, even speaking about early markets, and you were talking about with the just the attention span, that's what also podcasts are trying to do.
Yeah.
We're trying to just broaden the attention span of everyone, not just scrolling through, but actually sitting down and watching a whole hour.
Yeah.
And not just scrolling through.
Yeah, exactly. What you guys are doing is great. And like this is how it should be, and there's been such a big appetite out there for it, obviously. Like, Joe Rogan, and there's, it's like everybody has a podcast now, and everybody supports it, So many people watch podcasts. I love Tim Dillon's show.
Oh, Tim Dillon, he's so funny.
Yeah, it's so funny. But there's people out there are like, hey, we don't want all this 6-second like bullshit, or like, especially like news shows and media, like it's so short and whatever. But a podcast where it's just a camera and people talking for an hour, and somebody you're interested in hearing what they have to say, it's a great way to get to know somebody, if you don't have a chance to meet them, but know kind of how they operate a little bit, and just hear some stuff that you may want to hear them talk about.
Exactly. Yeah. Right whenever I find an artist, I always search up interviews, because anytime I find someone new, I just want to find more about them.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And I love doing the same thing. I love when Joe Rogan has on people that I'm like, I can't believe he got them on there. And so that's exciting too.
But at the same time, I also love seeing like Theo Von's podcast. He'll have on like Trashmen, or like pretty much anything. Like he'll have on like plumbers, or just day-to-day people. I also love seeing that.
Yeah, for sure. I love Theo Von's podcast. I mean, that guy's so hilarious. But yeah, and his podcast is getting really big now too. And he's getting some pretty big people on there. But he's a great interviewer.
Well, he's one of the rare ones where he can have a solo interview. Like he'll just sit down and talk to himself.
You just sit down and dilly dally a little bit.
Yeah, like how,
and you're just good, and he's just set, and he's just hilarious. Tim Dillon, same thing. The guy will just rant into the void.
I was gonna say his rants are what got him really famous. He rants for 30 minutes about a topic. Talking about attention span.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you have any other favorite comedians right now?
Shane Gillis. I love Shane Gillis.
Yeah, for sure.
I watch his podcast probably every day. Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast.
Yeah, he's crazy. I love watching him. Been looking at him for I guess a few years now. But his whole story is really interesting. Him, Tim Dillon, Bill Burr, of course. I want to see the Comedy Mothership over in Austin, but I want to find time to go over there.
We need to go. Oh my gosh, we need to have a trip.
Yeah, super down.
Yes. Oh, there's also, I love watching people bomb. Just go up there and bomb. Have you ever seen Kill Tony?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I have, for sure.
I know they had a Kill Tony at the Mothership, and I was like, imagine being there for that legendary moment.
I know, right?
Or like opening day for the Mothership.
Yeah.
I saw one person on my Snapchat, they posted themselves at the Mothership. I was so jealous.
No.
Yeah, I was so jealous. They saw Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
And they had Bert Kreischer was there, and Tom Segura. I was just so jealous.
Tom Segura is somebody else I'd love to see. I want to find time to go over to Texas. I mean, I have this pull behind camper that I take with my truck, and I was just in Sewanee working on some music out of the camper, and I want to take it kind of across the country or around on some little trips and just work on music while I'm out there in it. It's such a nice way to make music. And so just peaceful, and you're by yourself, and then maybe I could stop in over there.
Of course, you could have some RV streams for your Twitch.
Yeah, I think it would be cool, and I also think it'd be cool to bring people in, to the camper and have them on the stream, just dancing, going crazy,
just pulling random civilians,
random homeless people into the camper.
Oh my gosh!
Yes,
you could have a little short movie.
Yeah, just pull people in and interview them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea. Just a quick interview, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. Could do that. But, I'm trying to do that some more. Have you ever been to Sewanee?
Never been.
Oh, Sewanee is where they have Halloween, which is a...
Halloween?
Yeah, Halloween. It's a great festival, and I would love to be on that lineup this year or try to get on it at some point. Because it's such a cool festival. I have a friend that played on the lineup last year. Shout out DJ Vicky B.
But nice shout out.
Yeah, and she played there, and and that place is just really magical. It really feels like home, and so I'm excited to get back over there. I'm gonna be there this year for sure. I don't know, hopefully I'd play it, but who knows when that'll happen. Just got to take it one day at a time, And
I'm guessing they do it around Halloween.
Yeah, so it's over Halloween, usually the 27th through the 31st or the 1st or whatever. But
we might gotta go.
Yeah, and everybody's dressed up in costumes, and it's so fun.
Oh, we were just in Gainesville, and we seen people. They were dressed up in fairy and pirates. Oh yeah, it was Gasparilla.
Yes, Gasparilla.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Is there any sort of festivals for DJing for Gasparilla, or did you have anything going on then?
During the time of Gasparilla when it was, no. I was just at home. My girlfriend Sophia went to Gasparilla. She was with her friends, but she was just telling me how it's basically a bunch of drunk people in the street dressed like pirates.
That's a pretty good example.
So I mean, it sounds kind of cool. It sounds maybe a little bit my speed. But
yeah, we couldn't even find parking. It was terrible.
Yeah, you just got some random drunk pirate laying in your parking spot.
It ain't the 1860s.
No, not the 1860s. Yeah, we can't throw them in the water either.
Yeah, we can't guillotine them.
Yeah, no. You got to just politely ask them to get up.
You can ask them to a duel.
Yeah, I know.
5 paces.
Yeah, you have to just can you please scoot out of the way, ma'am?
What a society we live in today.
Yeah, I know, right?
We can't even duel anymore.
Yeah, we can't even duel
Consensually, I mean.
And you can't even tell the tick to roll over and get out.
Nope. Yeah. You can't even say the Uber's here, get rolling. Can't.
Uber's a good call.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uber or Lyft.
Yeah, always. Uber or Lyft, have that thing take you everywhere. Yeah.
I've never even taken a Lyft, just Uber.
Really? Would you, if you had enough money, would you get a personal driver?
Of course, I would get a Sprinter van, Mercedes, and I would just deck it out. What? I would have my music videos playing in the back with my seats, and I would have a driver. His name is Matt Kreis.
Nice.
Yep. And we would just be smoking back there, just at all times. Wow. We would probably have a blunt roll hired.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to hang out with you when you're at that point.
Yes,
give me a call
every single day. Because I will be in the back of that Sprinter van.
I would love to ride around in a Sprinter van with only Jeremy music videos playing.
Only just all 24-hour loop.
And you're just in there just smoking, no words, nonverbal.
We're gonna have purple lights.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, purple lights.
We might even have a mirror on the roof.
Wow.
Yes.
So you can have sex on the floor.
And what? And I'm not going to tell you how, but you might get a token, and it's going to have my face on it. And if you put it in the coin slot, it's going to have a disco party.
That would be cool.
Yep.
That would be cool. You got to be select few to be able to get that.
Only select few.
I don't know if I could do that. I mean, I feel like I like driving so much, and I always like driving myself.
Nope.
So
I like riding.
I don't really.
Yeah. Riding and smoking. What's better than that?
Sprinter van. So you're just taking the Sprinter van to the gas station?
Of course.
Well, what was his name? Matt Kreis.
Matt Kreis. Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Shout out Matt. I know he's watching this.
Yeah. So if you have him driving you around, you're just gonna call him up. Hey, I got to go to the Circle K, 10 minutes down the road. Get the hell in.
He'll live on headquarters.
Oh, okay.
We'll have a headquarters. We've already talked about this.
So you're really stacking at that point.
At that point, that's when I'm having probably about 10,000 people selling out a show.
Right. That's pretty crazy because 20,000 people you can do an arena.
Oh,
yeah. That's pretty nuts. There's probably 10,000 seat arenas. Are there? Or does arenas usually start around 15 or 20,000?
The Jacksonville Jaguars Stadium, I believe, is 12,000.
Oh, okay.
So
wow.
Because I remember I saw Post Malone perform there whenever he dropped Deja Vu with Justin Bieber. And I was the first person to see that live, by the way.
Yeah. Nice.
He performed that for the first time at that show.
Nice. Oh, really?
And he told the story. He said, This is how I met Justin Bieber. He was playing the piano, and then he just started singing Deja Vu, like freestyle singing.
Right.
And next thing you know, they went up to the room and recorded it.
Post Malone started singing the lyrics, like freestyle.
Yeah. Justin Bieber was on the piano.
Dang.
Yep.
That is really cool. That's why I love having live instruments around in the studio. Just being able to create. You have all the tools that you need to just hop on, kind of flesh out some ideas.
Yep.
It's really, really nice.
Next thing you know, you have a platinum record, diamond.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then you're in there. Yeah, for sure. Man.
So how long are your songs whenever you put them out? Whenever I put out a song, they're in between 2 minutes and 3 minutes. But what are you looking for? Are you really looking at time or no?
I look at the time. I want them to be, at least 2 minutes or so, like 2.5 minutes. But the time doesn't really matter either because I just work out the song, and usually when I work out all the parts, all the structure of it, it's usually 2 to 3 minutes. It just depends on the BPM. Depends if I'm doing a second drop or if I'm doing, just how I'm structuring the song. But usually once I get everything done, it's always over 2 minutes. Some of the stuff I'm doing right now, because I'm not a big artist at all or anything, so I'm trying to drop songs where it's shorter and it's just to the point, and you get the vibe of that song, and then it's over, and it's not like a longer song, because right now I just don't think that people that are going to be listening to my songs, maybe not that they don't have the attention span, but more so they don't know who I am or anything, so my song just needs to get to the point. And if it's going to be good, it needs to be good. And then that's that. And then I think that shorter kind of like, here's the song and then it's gone is going to be better for me right now, because that way people go, oh, that was good. And then that's it. And then that's all. Okay, cool. Let me check out more of his songs, or let me listen to this one again. And so I think that's a little bit better for me right now. But I've always had ideas for like long formatted songs, like 6, 7, 8, 10-minute songs. But I just don't think anybody would be ready for those right now, because I don't really have a fan base to listen to those right now.
Getting to the point is something that's really important. I remember there was an interview with DaBaby, and he was saying that he would rap before the beat would go on, just so he would catch the attention really quick. And he wouldn't see a lot of rappers rapping before the beat. They would wait right when the beat drops. They would just start rapping, but he would rap before just to grab that attention.
Right, you just hear it just start going in, and
crazy.
You're like, wait, what? And then you hear the beat come in, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. DaBaby, I mean, he's a spectacle. He's really good at, marketing himself, and just has been good, like, when it comes to the business side of all of his stuff. And, he had that one slip up, but.
Everyone does. That's, I mean, hey, I didn't say nothing. I've seen his fighting videos.
No.
I actually have messages with him before he blew up.
That's right.
I texted him. I said, I'm a huge fan, and he texted me back, yo, that's love. He had 10,000 followers on Instagram. Dang. He texted back saying, yo, that's love, like everything. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That was crazy. That
is crazy. And it's also wild that you've been watching him for that long, because something like that is also really motivating. Like, wow, like right now I have under 3,000 followers on Instagram, right? And like somebody like DaBaby, who he was at that time, has 10,000. It's like, that's not that far away. That's like you're like just starting to get known a little bit, maybe in your area, like your state, or a little bit around the country or whatever, just barely, and like then you see somebody like that a few years later, like global star basically. And then when it comes to like the music that I make, there's a guy, shout out Reaper, who's amazing drum and bass artist, and overall just bass music artist. He had about 12,000 followers only like 2 or 3 years ago, 4 years ago when I started listening to him, maybe even less than that. And now he's huge. I mean, he's all over the world playing, Japan and Europe and all these crazy festivals, and he's just huge, all the big festivals. So it's really, really cool to see that, and it's so motivating, because it's like, wow, so if I'm working super hard, where could I be in 10 years? Where could I be in 5 years? Where could I be in 20 years?
That's so dope. I even remember yesterday I saw a screenshot of Yeet, Yeet. His Instagram, he had 11,000 followers 3 years ago. And today, right now, literally a couple hours ago, today he dropped a song with Drake.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to see how much progress you can make in such a little amount of time.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to believe in yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, that's really what it is. Like, it's no matter what anybody else is thinking, or no matter what anybody else is saying, no matter what, like, you just got to make the music that you feel, express yourself how you want to, and don't listen to any of the haters. I mean, because they're going to be out there. Like, it's part of the rule of, like, even becoming some big person. Like, if you're going to be a star, or, like, half of the people aren't going to like what you do. But what's important is that half of the people love your stuff, So, yeah,
and they're
going to be out there.
And the music you even make throughout life might even be different, but as long as you're changing it for the right reasons.
Right.
Because some people could change the way they make music because
Sorry, dropped my sunglasses.
No problem. Some people might change because of the way people say, like, they might hate on someone, or they might be just commenting negative things, so they stop making that type of music. But in reality, that's their passion. So if they stop doing that, it's just going to go downhill from there. Exactly,
because you stop being an artist when you start making music for other people. Then you become a business. You become you're selling out when you start making the music for what people want to hear. Some people say, oh, you're, so-and-so sold out because they changed their music style or whatever. It's like, no, like, if you're selling out, that to me means that you're just making what they want to hear. You're just making what the label wants you to hear, or what this box that they've put you in, that now you're making music that you don't even like and you'd prefer be releasing something else, but you have to do this because this is what your fan base wants, or this is what the people want, or whatever, when really the true artistry is always just make whatever you feel and whatever, you know, you're feeling at that time, and the people that are actual fans of you will always stick around.
I've seen it in so many cases. People will literally make one type of music, and then right when they blow up and get a record label deal, they'll switch it up, and they'll never go back to their roots.
Right.
And you could just tell it's forced, and it's not what they actually want to make.
Right.
It's just what the record label's pushing.
Right. They're pushing that because they're trying to get the sound even bigger. Like, hey, how can we tweak your sound to make it, you know, accessible to even more people, where even more people like it? But that's where you got to always just keep your head on your shoulders and remember this is the art, and it's always about the art, and the industry's going to try and, you know, really mess you up, really try and freak you up. But
oh yeah, get real freaky, huh?
Yeah. But you just got to stay true to you and just keep going. Yeah.
That's insane. I couldn't even imagine like being in that situation where they're like, oh, you have to make this kind of music. Because every time I go in the studio, I just know exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm going for,
Right.
because it's just what my heart's telling me. And then I can imagine someone there who you haven't even met, really. And then they're just telling you the music that you're going to make.
Yeah, they're telling you how to make it sound, and, you know, how it should be and how it's supposed to go. And that's just not right. It's not a good way to have business going. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I've noticed I work really well by myself in the studio. I'm sure there's a lot of other creatives like that, but I like collaborating, you know, and I like hearing out other people's ideas and all that stuff too. But sometimes just the flow you get in as an artist, not against anybody else or trying to be whatever, but like when you're flowing as an artist, you just don't want any distractions. You don't want anybody else's input or anybody's anything, because you're just flowing on this like wave that you're on, and this thing that you feel in your head, and this vision that you have for this song, and you don't need anything throwing you off, you know? Yeah.
Nice. I know whenever you were producing rap music and making rap, and you had a lot of internships. Pretty much.
Well, I had one internship. Mm-hmm. I had an internship in Los Angeles when I went out to California after high school. I was debating between going to college or doing this internship at the time, and I was like, well, I can just go do this first, and then I can always go after or whatever I want to do. And went and did the internship out there at Westlake.
Yeah, I remember you talked about that last time you were here. And how different is it going from making that type of music? Is it a lot different from the process into making EDM type of music?
Yes, in some ways, and, you know, in some ways, no. At the end of the day, all the music that you're making is, you know, going to be, you know, it still has the same stages. You got to produce it and write it and compose it and then mix it and master it. And you're going to go back and forth on it. So there's a lot of similarities. But when it comes to like the rapping, you know, you get the beat. And like I've said before, the beat is supposed to, you know, support the vocals. And you kind of adjust the beat to fit the vocal artist and everything. But then composing and writing, you know, EDM music, and that whole process is a lot more just back and forth. You know, you're tweaking sound design, and then you're tweaking the song structure, and then you're, you know, just making all these tiny little adjustments. And I'd say the main thing is, instead of like changing, you know, vocals or lyrics or whatever you're working on, it's just sound design. Like you're trying to get everything to sound as good as it can, and you're trying to get just the impact to be as good as it can.
Would you say you're more like self-taught?
Yeah, I would say I'm self-taught mostly. I mean, I've definitely had help from some people, some like good people who have been mentors to me and have really helped me out on my journey. But most of it is really teaching yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, nobody's going to be there showing you how to do it in your room, in your studio all the time. Like, you have to just start making it, start turning knobs, start trying to figure things out, start just breaking rules, just do whatever, and just start, you know, figuring out how it works. Yeah.
If you're not breaking the rules, you're not trying to find something new.
And that's a fact.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So you were saying that your songs are more like 2 minutes. You're trying to get to the point. I've seen you put mixes out where it's like an hour long. Is what kind of difference is that from a single you're putting out?
So yeah, a mix that's going to be a DJ mix. That's, a bunch of different songs, and some of them are going to be my songs, some of them are going to be other people's songs, and it's just going to be a full mix of like what I would maybe play at a set for like a festival or a show or something like that. And yeah, so one of those mixes isn't just my songs, but a single is like an actual song that you can go stream. But a mix that I put up on SoundCloud or a set, that's me just throwing a bunch of songs together that I like, and a kind of vibe I want to create for a certain feeling. Like I have Moon Juice on SoundCloud, which is a series of mixes that is like some calm bass music, some real vibes, and then I have some heavier stuff on there as well.
The song you just put out, what was the name? What's the name of it?
Space Hydraulics.
And when I listened to it, I've heard it about probably like 5 times, and 3 of those times was back to back to back. And there was just this vocal in the back. It's like, I forgot. It's like just so melodic.
Yeah.
And it was just bringing me back. I was like, nope, I have to replay that part. I just fucked with it so. Yeah. I just fucked with it so much.
Yeah, I like that song a lot. And the vocals in it actually are me when I'm like, watch how I take it to the, watch how I take it to the, watch how I take it to the space hydraulics.
That was your voice?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so dope. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I try to use as many of my own vocals in there. I try to make my own samples, record my own little things, because then you're just making it more original, making it more you, and you're not just getting something off like Splice or whatever. So anytime that I can, and I just have specific ideas. Like when I'm making a song, I'll have an idea for a very specific vocal, and then I'm like, well, I could just do that myself, and then I'll just mess with it, in the effects, and really just kind of change it a bunch. So that way, it just sounds not as raw. Yeah. So just put a lot of processing on it.
Do you have a drop that you're working on right now, or you're about to release?
Yes, I do. So I have a song which right now it doesn't really have a name. It does. It has a file name, but I think it's going to be something different than what I have it named as right now.
Well, the file names are always different from the actual. I'll have one name, and then the next file it'll be another name, and then the actual song is completely different.
Yes, for sure. And this song's coming out in about 2 weeks probably, probably 2 weeks from now. I'm going to try to get it mixed and mastered the next day or two. But the working title right now is More Energy. But, I also have some ideas like Asteroid, Stomping Around. So, I have a few ideas. I just got to, figure out what I think it sounds like.
Just brainstorm some things.
Yeah. But basically the goal of the song is, I want it to have a lot of energy, and it's supposed to be fun, real like kind of dancey at the beginning, and then it just drops into some yeah.
Nice.
So I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, I could play it for you, or I think Teyo has it, or
well, if you want to tell them wherever they can find you.
Yeah, so you can find me, any streaming platform that you get your music. You can find me on Instagram, Dimension Zero Sounds, Dimension Zero Sounds on YouTube, Dimension Zero Sounds, email, bookings, anything like that. So you can look me up pretty much anywhere at Dimension Zero Sounds, TikTok, all that good stuff. And Space Hydraulics is out right now, and I've got some new stuff dropping in about 2 weeks that I'm very, very excited about. So yeah.
Nice. Well, thanks for coming on. Again, my name's Jeremy, and I'll be having some music videos drop on Logmatt Productions YouTube channel.
Let's go.
There's a song. There'll be Drown, or I came up with the title Rosetta Stoned.
Yes, bro. I love that bar.
Yes.
I love that bar. Smoking on that gas got Rosetta Stoned.
Yeah, so let's review the songs. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, we can go ahead and review the songs.
For sure. Yeah, I just wanted to get that promotion out of the way, because you can't miss that.
For sure. My name is Jake Harper, and
Instagram.
Well, Dimension Zero Sounds.
Gotcha.
That's what I was. Yeah. Dimension Zero Sounds. I'm pretty much everything. But Yeah, my name is Jake Harper, and I go by Dimension Zero.
Well, I hope you come back soon, man. You can follow me at lp.jeremy on Instagram. And, of course, you can go to YouTube, type in Logmatt Production. Huh? I know, Teyo, we're just going. Oh, okay. He just got done with his so I was doing mine.
Yeah. Here you go. I'm sending it again.
Well, my Instagram is lp.jeremy. You can find any pretty much music video under Logmatt Productions on YouTube. Jeremy, anything music video. Go stream me on Spotify, any of your streaming platforms. Go and find me, Jeremy.
Perfect.
I'm so excited to hear this.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to hear it. I mean, it's just some higher energy stuff. You know, that's where
I'm so excited to. Yeah. And what was the name?
It's more energy as of right now.
Nice.
But I think it's going to be something else. I think it's going to involve something in space getting smashed into something else in space.
There's a Detroit producer named Energy that I really fuck with.
Okay.
Just reminded me of that shit.
Yeah, bro. I'm excited about it. It'll be my first like harder bit, even heavier one.
Nice.
But I love that glitch hop sound, and I'm excited to hear yours too.
Oh, of course. I'm excited for you to hear the bars.
Right, let's listen.
Nice. Hey, Teyo's on it. So check it out.
Calling Dimension Zero.
You already know.
That is so hard. I love that
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you very much. Yep, that'll be coming out in about 2 weeks. So super excited to get that to y'all.
Well, go stream that. You just got a little snippet. And here's the song that Teyo and I we recorded this morning, by the way.
What?
So you're about to hear some bars that came out of this mouth this morning.
All right, let's do this. That sounded. Pause.
It's coming out of the mouth.
Pause.
WLP on that shit.
You turn it up.
Talking all that hot shit, you know that brave kid. You don't wanna get shot, stop talking all that lame shit. Doing all those drugs to me, you go brainless. Try to yank it off of me, I'm never chainless. And you bitch, wanna go far. She a freaky bitch, we couldn't wait, we in the rug. I get a whole buffet, we not eating little lunch. We not broke boys, spent 10,000 for a brunch.
How you ballin', but you ballin' from the bleachers. Showing so much money, swear to God that you would have a seizure. Pick her up from the club and then I'm gonna leave her. Yeah, we shooting movies, not the shit you see up in the theaters.
Let's go. Let's
One last go.
It's snippet for a reason.
No.
Let's go.
It's so
Let's
fire.
go. Give the people what they want.
Yes. Well, that's gonna be so dope. I'm so excited for that song.
Man, I'm excited for you too. I'm excited for you guys and your musical adventure.
Well, we'll show you the full length after
we'll
off camera. You know,
the full length
off camera
the podcast.
Yes, off the podcast.
All right.
Well, is there any final things you want to say?
No, I mean, all I got to say is, spread love and light every day. That's what I'm about. And, try your best, work hard at what you do. Don't let anybody get in your way. And love yourself.
And do it for the right reasons, man.
This is true.
Well, thanks for coming. I hope to see you back here soon, man.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Dimension Zero. Out.
Logmatt Production. Logmatt Creative Circle. Out.